And all this sadness we get put through. Do you know how it feels? Do you know how it feels?
Oh my god, I've been broadcasting the freaking bottom of my screen. So sorry, people. So boring. Fuck.
It's about time, everlasting. It's moving past and there's nothing we can do. And I get so tired of all this madness and all this sadness we get put through. Do you know how it feels?
Oh my god.
And all this sadness we get put through.
Get put through.
Do you know how it feels? Do you know how it feels? Don't think you do.
Okay. Is that the last thing? Yeah. All right. Okay, this is just like something I probably got away here, but I'm taking it. And I'm going to... Don't think you do.
Do you know how it feels? Don't think you do.
Let's... All right. Anyway, we're gonna wanna flatline that baby. So here we go. Don't. That would be. I think it's a B. Don't think. I don't have my keyboard on. I should have my keyboard plugged in right now. Don't think you. It's gonna sound really weird. You do. Oh boy.
Don't think you do. Don't think you do. Don't think you do. Think you do. Don't think you do.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, when you merge it, now, okay, so I cut it, placed it, did my thing, whatever. Okay, now I just turned it into its own file. So if I go back to pitch, those are the, that's what I did. Okay, that's reinterpreted that.
Don't think you do.
Okay, now let's just say it's like a singer comes back and goes, "How dare you put that crap on my voice, you son of a bitch, take that off right now, I'll punch you out. I'm going to drive all the way over there to Tibbetts, I'm going to punch you out." Just relax. The original's right here.
Don't think you do. Don't. do. Don't think you do. Don't think you do.
Uh-oh. No. Whatever. Sounds the same. Anyway, it's not affected. Okay. Now, back to what we're doing. Okay, so... Okay, so all the corrections are in red. Save. Just save this. Okay, so again, I could print this and make it permanent, or I can just record it direct into disk, and I think I will do that. So do we now? So 3, 4. Yeah, I'll left and right the vocals, male vocals and female vocals. Okay, so if I do that, no, I don't know if I want to do that. I'm going to include the female vocals in there too. They'll all be together. There's no reason why I would separate them because they sound good together. Okay, so while this is playing, I'll only stop it if something sticks out.
I told you things I never told anyone.
But I'm going to add
Guess
some
I
effects.
should have kept my mouth shut. All I ever really wanted was someone I could trust. It's getting kind of hard to see why you keep coming around. You're always building up my hopes just to knock them back down. All the times I tried to pull myself together, soon I realized I was more apart than ever. It's about time, everlasting. It's moving past and there's nothing we can do. And I get so tired of all this madness and all this sadness we get put through. Do you know how it feels? You know how it feels.
So now I'm adding effects on the mixer.
I showed you all the roads that were open, ways that you could go. If you had never met me, then you might have never known. I don't mind the road I've taken, though I didn't know it would be so hard. Maybe we were all mistaken, but this is who we are. All the times I tried to pull myself together, soon I realized I was more apart than ever. It's about time, everlasting. It's moving past and there's nothing we can do. And I get so tired of all this madness and all this sadness we get put through.
Okay, there was some...
And all this sadness we get put through. We get put through.
All right, if you were at the beginning of the stream, yeah, it's too bad I screwed up the first part of this. Anyway, I'm gonna edit that out, and I'm probably gonna what I was talking about at the beginning. I'm probably gonna make a dedicated video towards that, like towards how hooking all this up, because I find it's better if I'm gonna script that. This here is just like off the top of my head, but how I set it up and how I did the synchronizing and all that stuff, probably gonna be coming up with separate videos after, like maybe the next day. That seems to be a better idea.
Do you know how it feels? Do you know how it feels?
Don't think you do. Do. Why is it disconnected?
It's about time, everlasting. It's moving past and there's nothing we can do. And I get so tired of all this madness and all this sadness we get put through. Do you know how it feels? Do you know how it feels? Don't think you do. Don't think you do.
Seems like there's some missing vocals in here. Did I hear these?
But this is who we are. All the times I tried to pull myself together, soon I realized I was more apart than ever. It's about time, everlasting. It's moving fast and there's nothing we can do. And I get so tired of all this madness and all this sadness we get put through.
Do.
Put through. Do you know how it feels? Do you know how it feels? Do you know how it feels?
Don't think you do. All right.
It's about time, everlasting. It's moving past and there's nothing we can do. And I get so tired of all this madness and all this sadness we get put through. Do you know how it feels? Do you know how it feels? Don't think you do. Time, everlasting. It's moving past and there's nothing we can do. And I get so tired of all this madness and all this sadness we get put through.
We get put through.
Do you know how it feels? Do you know how it feels? Don't think you do.
Don't think you do. Fuck, I like this.
Do you know how it feels? Don't think
Don't. Right there. One of these.
Don't think do.
There you go. All right. Now, little trick, little tricky trick coming up. Ooh, ever so slightly.
Don't think do.
Oh.
Don't think do.
All right. Oh, let's see here. This is the hard part for me, is committing to it.
Do you know how it feels? Do you know how it feels?
A little bit off over here.
Do you know how it feels?
All right.
Feels.
It's very common. Well, I've never seen a singer actually hit everything, but what is usually what the closer you can end your note and begin your note on the right note, to me, is the better singers. If singers that come in and instantly hit the right note without ramping up to it are like really trained, and hold it without going flat or for sharp. You know, now, I mean, this is not criticism towards anybody right now. Purely technical. At the same time, wow, these have all been. Anyway, at the same time, if you apply presets and you know, just kind of flatline everything, then you're not. You might as well just be singing. You might as well be just rhyming it out. You can tune either direction, an entire octave, it seems, before with all these different format corrected other things. I don't even mess with this. I just pick one and leave it, because that gets. I don't even think it makes a difference. It makes a difference technically, but as far as the ears are concerned, stick with the default, not mess with that. Yeah, so I'm not gonna print to the tracks. I'm gonna leave them the way they are, and leave the pitch correction open, so that later on they can come in and go at it again. All right. So we'll save it and print it. The effects that you're hearing are they're not permanent. They're on the mixer. Those effects will become permanent when we do our mixdown sessions to USB. Yeah, I'm gonna mix down to USB, like on a separate track. So basically, the hard disk recorder's got the multi tracks, and then I think if you put in a thumb drive formatted properly, you could tell the mix to go directly into the thumb drive and record it into that, and then take that thumb drive and then have it become your mix down, like your premix. Now, when it comes to, but ultimately that's not what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing our mix down sessions. We're going to take the hard drive after, and then we're going to mount it on the Mac, convert it from 32-bit to 24-bit, and then you get these tiny little files, very high quality. But they need to be increased quite a bit, because they're only like, they're small. They're small files. I mean, as far as the amplitude, because it was recorded in 32-bit, the higher the bit rate, the more wider in resolution is the up and down, whereas the sample rate, the 44.1K, is the resolution is in the length in the time. So bit depth is the amount of variations between loudness and quiet. And with the 32-bit, that's as high as I usually work in 24. Used to work at 16. You can hardly tell a difference when you're going from up to down, from the loudest to the quietest, because it becomes so quiet. Is what's the point of hearing, extra depth perception? But when you're recording it in this manner, bouncing down the hard disk, and then using appropriate levels within this between the mixer, and then take those files and then import them in and convert them on top of that, and then import them into your 24-bit DAW like we have right here. What you have is a very quiet, really high precision audio that you can then increase its levels just by even normalizing them. Just hit a simple normalizing, and you'll get some really nice recordings. Ultra quiet, super nice sound. Nowhere near distortion or clipping or limiting or any of those things. You apply them liberally. But if you want to go for a completely dynamic recording, like if you're recording orchestra instruments or pianos or anything percussive where you want the big wide dynamic smacks, you just leave that stuff off, and you'll have these big giant transient waves, snare hits with transients that are like 4 or 5 times greater than anything you'd ever heard. And then start mixing that in. So then when you start, to compress that, you compress that with your boutique plugins that you have in your mixdown stuff, and look for the best stuff you have with that. And then you get some really fine recordings. So basically that's the deal. So now to go to the next step, we need to engage this business, put that in play. And so now we're going to go to the mixer and put it in record. Okay, let me just take this and go through this step right here. I think it's kind of important to see this. Okay. Too much brightness. All right. Okay, so down here we have the lock. Okay, so this lock, the yellow and the green on top, that is our 0, which is measure 3, 1. So we start 4 so this is basically the 0 over here, which is 15 seconds into the initial recording, is equal to 3.1 on the screen. You can see the screen there. So right now when I hit record, so I'm going to arm the left and right over here and over here. I don't really need to arm 1 and 2. Oh, why not? Let's do the drums too, because no, actually, I'm gonna change up the drums. Okay, so I don't think I'd need to do anything else. Oh, I turn up make sure the time code is up. Yeah, so the time code is over here, there on auxiliary 4, and everything looks okay. So let's hit record and expect everything to run perfectly. Come on. Denied. Stop. Okay, well that didn't record. That didn't take. That's because something over here. All right. I think there's something in here changed. All right, let's put this back here. I don't know why that changed, but it changed. All right, so we're back to where we were, and we're gonna hit record again. We're at 0, 15, and here we go. Oh, come on. Yeah. Why is it not taking... Fuck. Time code's working. It's here. What's missing? What's missing? What's missing? Why is it not working?